Not fighting part.
Last time you wouldn't be here.
Of the order, the regular council meeting for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Raglan, this fourth day of October 2023 at 7:02 p.m. As we gather this evening, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this committee, of this council and our community, that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history, and we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Roll call, Councillor Banks.
Yes.
Councillor Capel. Here. Councillor Keller.
Here.
Councillor Quad.
Present.
We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau, and Raglan, adopt the agenda as amended to include 10.5. Can I get a mover for that, please? Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Quad. Any questions, comments?
No.
I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest with the agenda before us tonight?
No, not by me.
Okay. Mayor's address, I don't have a lot to report. I was to a meeting in Stonecliffe a few weeks ago, with a fellow by the name of Peter Kenyon. And he's a motivational speaker from Australia, and he was doing a short tour. And, I was invited by the mayor of Head Clare and Mariah. It was really interesting, like, and it's not just in our country that we're facing, like less volunteers, less people to do the work. So, you know, they come up with different ideas of how to get people involved. You know, one of the things he said, we're from, we gotta change the mindset of the people. We're from, the population now is spectators, not viewers. And that's rather interesting.
Well, it's easy to see though, in industry you see it.
Yeah. So anyway, it was quite interesting, and there were some good ideas come out of that I will probably talk about at a later time. And Saturday was the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. So at County Council last week, we had a ceremony in the Healing Gardens, which was quite.
That'd be good.
It was quite nice. And other than that, I had one meeting with the ratepayer, and we'll talk about that later too. And other than that, that's about what I've been up to. Lots of meetings coming up though with county, that they're gonna strategic plans, and you know, like we've got extra meetings booked right through November to January.
I'm sure they're talking lots about the housing stuff that
They are, and there's lots of ideas have been flying around, different, they're looking at a proposal to perhaps, get some, it's like a manufactured housing.
like prefabricated.
Oh,
Yeah, and they wouldn't be big units, and they're looking that there's a possibility they could put 10 of them in adjacent to the Culture Manor in Renfrew, because they own the property. It could be for seniors. They would have services available from the manor, water and sewers available there. Like, it seems to be an ideal location for somebody that isn't quite ready to go into the home, but needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, the transition.
Yeah, and they would be charged like a monthly fee.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that's one. There's another proposal. I don't think anything concrete has come out of it for another piece of county property in our empire, where we're looking at some housing there. They're building the one they got the grant for in Pembroke.
Is that a low rise in Pembroke or is it low rise?
It's focused.
row housing? 'Cause I heard they spoke about some low rise as well.
Not that I'm aware of at the moment, but, you know, who knows, it could be Pembroke doing that too.
Yeah, it's either, it's Pembroke.
I think it's Pembroke because Pembroke doesn't have the property, so they can't go this way, they gotta go this way.
That's right.
Yeah. So, it's, there's a lot of things happening, like unbelievable.
Yeah, there was even talks of some more habitat kind of for humanity kind of projects as well.
Yeah.
In the area, which is good.
Yeah,
The old Sandvik building there across from where I work. There's somebody in there that makes some pretty fat houses.
that might be the one they're talking to.
Building in a controlled environment, so it's a good
Yeah.
idea.
You see them sitting outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in county. We had a presentation from the airport. The developers that they have hired, they've done a look at the airport and figured out, you know, where they're at and where the money comes from. And it was very interesting to know that 1/3 of the income from the Pembroke Airport comes from the garrison.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
So, and they do have the ability to land a big plane in Pembroke, which is a good thing to know.
Similar to, like the airport, right?
It's 24/7.
Yeah.
Where Arm Fryer is,
No, they're not full.
yeah, it's a
24/7.
little bit more,
They do fly out as late as 12 o'clock at night or,
Yeah.
I watched them leave.
yeah.
And big things too, big military planes.
So there's all kinds of things happening, so it's always busy. And I don't know if you read the treasurer for the county of Brantford, Jack Foss retired.
Yeah.
That's gonna be another big loss, and Laura Latine, the director for social housing and Ontario Works, is retiring.
It's all part of change, right?
Yeah.
Things change,
It is.
change is a constant and you
Yeah.
have to plan and.
But I mean,
Okay,
the past
okay, fine.
succession planning.
That's right.
That, you
That's
know,
the purpose of
people can jump in but, you know, they'll do a competition, so. Very interesting. So other than that, yeah,
Good stuff.
okay, adoption of the minutes. We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan, hereby adopt the minutes of the regular council meeting of September 13th, 2023 as presented. Could I get a mover for that? please? Move by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any questions, comments? None. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. We have a resolution. Correspondence. Is that where we're at? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have anything in these separate, okay. We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan, hereby accept the correspondence as circulated. Can I get a motion from mover for that? Okay, moved by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any questions, comments, anything anyone wants pulled out of the correspondence?
I didn't see. I see in the county council summary about Lonnie Lippy.
About what?
Yeah,
Lonnie Lippy.
yeah,
Third
He
place. Third place in the safety rodeo,
Yeah.
their safety truck rodeo.
yeah,
So good for him.
yeah, yeah. They have that every year.
I don't think he's won before.
I don't know.
think so. Probably his first time participating.
So everybody's okay with everything that's in there? Okay, I will, call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion's carried. New business, we had a land severance, number B 11023. We have a resolution that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan approve the land severance application number B 11023 from Rolf and Heidi Bueller for the creation of a new lot of one new lot, providing that all the conditions as listed in the county of Brantford planning report concerning this division of land are met. Could I get a mover for that, please? Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any questions, comments?
Looks like a nice piece of land.
Yeah, they're severing off,
80-some acres. wasn't it?
yeah, more than they're keeping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
40-some.
yeah. That's not bad piece of property there.
Nope.
That's on whose property?
That,
Whose property?
You are both young, but-
Oh,
I mean,
oh, I thought you said somebody else's.
no. Okay, so we'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes,
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have a resolution that council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan provide further direction on the matter regarding columbariums. And again, in the documents, moved by Councilor Hopewell, seconded by Councilor Keller. And we have a staff report from,
So through the mayor, I contacted Nelson Granite as directed by council from the last meeting. And in regarding placing a columbarium on the existing cemetery that isn't up to date with this map. They sent me to the Bereavement Authority of Ontario, so I contacted them and got a call back very quickly, very helpful lady. They said placing the columbarium in the existing cemetery would be very costly because we would need the archaeological study, underground mapping in order to do that.
Makes sense.
Enlarging the cemetery is a much more feasible way to go. You do have the purchase of land to consider. The steps to take to do that are not unreasonable. It's not costly to create that cemetery property. A lot of mapping, site plans, measurements, outline it very particular. Getting a medical officer signature saying the land is suitable for a cemetery, which won't be an issue because we're not doing burials. It's only for a columbarium.
It's just a process that you go through, they expect.
Yeah.
That whole one you do as well.
yeah,
the only question I have is, are we allowed to buy something like that and sell the plots? Sell those? Oh, we are? Sure.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were allowed to, because that's actually a business, is it not?
Well, we would have to open a separate bank account and.
Oh, yeah, I read all that, yeah.
According to
Yeah.
what we do, but yes.
But, so has anybody actually figured out exactly what it's gonna cost us for all this?
We don't know totally yet because we haven't decided on whether we can purchase land to do it.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
can report on that.
Yes.
Okay,
And really the only cost should be the purchase of the land, because everything else should be covered by the amount you would charge to have.
Well, that's the idea, that's what it's for.
well, yeah, I mean, that's the initial layout, you have to, and then sell these plots or these boxes or whatever. Yeah,
And that's your cost recovery.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I realize that,
Maybe
but I'm just saying,
purchase an
I was
expansion.
just wondering what the initial layout's gonna be, like, do we have to buy like, I don't know, 40 in one of these things, or do they come in 25s? Or
They're expandable units, you can start with something and just expand, right? So you can buy whatever.
Yeah, I know you can expand it, but I mean, how many do you have to buy for the first initial?
I forget what
I
the guy
refer
told
back
us.
to one of our previous meetings, the report from Nelson Granite gave you all the options of
Yeah.
different sizes, different styles.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, now that you mentioned, I remember that now.
No, it actually sounded, the unit that we looked at, from what I remember, it sounded pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Price honestly.
Really, yeah.
And it's so true, like no one, if you're not affiliated with the church,
Oh, yeah,
you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
There's
that's
lots
true,
of people
that's
with
true.
deposits.
There's lots of people in the
Oh,
closet.
no, I'm not putting it down or nothing like that, I'm just wondering what the initial.
Yeah,
So when people ask us, we're not sitting there with.
Well, the initial will be up for.
yeah, it'll be,
Oh, yeah,
and it'll be a cost recovery
oh, yeah, I realize that.
service.
There was
And
actually.
you do see them around.
Yeah.
Now that, like,
Yes.
after we had that first meeting, I
There's
kind of paid
even-
more attention.
I noticed
You do see
the
them.
red is in Golden Lake.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I didn't think
they
about
have
it
it in
until
the
we
middle
talked
of
about it.
the cemetery.
And something else to consider down the road is you have the purchase of the property, the purchase of the columbarium. If you wanted to put benches or gardens or
Yeah.
just some things to think about, but
That's some beautification stuff. and
Yeah.
Mhm.
We need, lady that I need to talk to about if there's a plan, is a way at the moment, so. She gets back on the individual.
So at this point, I guess there's no further direction, more just researching.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I think we have to find everything that's not.
So,
Okay,
no, that's good, thanks.
so, if everybody's. Resolutions.
Just ask for further direction.
Well, I think the direction I has you back safely in your car.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so can I get, call for the vote on that? All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Okay, development charges. The county of Renfrew is looking for comments on that, and for some reason, their group email included M&N title for BLR Township. That's why we never got it.
Yeah.
So.
So they haven't updated their stuff, that's.
No, so anyway, they want comments and we have to get those comments back to them this week because it's gonna come to finance. Financing and.
Well, they're gonna have two proposals, right?
They have two proposals.
One that kind of includes and one that excludes.
Well, no, there's three alternatives, none, the Highway 17
Yeah.
corridor or all. What's everyone's thoughts on this? Maybe we'll just go around the table and everybody can give their comments and I'll give mine at the end then.
I guess personally, I'm not in favor of the development charges for the whole of Renfrew County for myself. I'd rather, and I guess the development charge as being presented relates to an increase in just infrastructure.
Yes,
Yes, so roads, et cetera, so my thought is I'd only be in favor of development charge as it pertains to development areas, subdivisions, et cetera. Where you know that road is gonna have to be improved, stoplights, sidewalks, et cetera.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I'd be in approval of development charges.
Yeah,
Wayne?
I feel the same way, and I agree, yes, you know? Yeah,
Yeah, much the same for me, and I think it makes more sense to look at the 17 corridor, because that's where the majority of the expansion will be.
well, yeah,
But when you look at, and that's where the services will need to be upgraded. And
yeah, so.
and it will probably be a more
Yeah, it's more
subdivisions that
subdivision,
will,
that's right.
you know, place a heavier burden
Yes.
on the current,
Yeah.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because that infrastructure wouldn't pertain to us really at all.
Well, we wouldn't see
Well, that's what I mean, we wouldn't see
developments like that.
like that around here, yeah, that's right.
But we contribute to the whole of Renfrew County.
Oh, yeah, really, yeah, yeah.
We contributed.
So, I mean, I don't know, I guess there's a couple of municipalities against this, right? I think I read that in the. paper.
Yes.
So, I kind of feel like these guys, like really the area we live in, we're not going to see development.
Do you girls know how many building permits we would have issued this year for new homes? No.
I think the numbers that they talk about, when I was looking at it today, was year over year, I think the whole county was. Were they talking about 400, around 400 new homes, 800 new people kind of coming into the area year over year for the next, for the kind of the window they're looking at, 13 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
13,
so
14
those
years.
people are gonna be going to the areas where the jobs are.
No, that, yeah,
We will see a small percentage of.
no,
I mean-
we would only have infill construction,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, or, you know, someone gets a piece of property from a family, like,
Yeah,
Well, we'll see the odd single home go up,
yeah.
for sure.
I think typically any other town, we've had kind of yearly reports or updates. If we have 4 or 5 homes in a year,
Yeah.
3, 5
Yeah,
new builds, that's kind of,
yeah, mostly it's renovations or
Yeah, garages.
expansions and garages.
yeah.
Yeah, I really feel that. Again, like Montreal Valley said, we're not out of COVID yet. Things are not, the financial picture isn't good, interest rates are high. You know, just the cost of living, that for someone to build in our area that doesn't have the income comparable to the big municipalities. We don't have a development charge, and then we gotta collect one from the county.
Yeah.
I feel that's a very unfair burden to our ratepayers. You know, I agree with the idea that if there's a big subdivision, of course you're gonna have
Increases, yeah.
increase
Yeah.
wear and tear on your infrastructure, and it will have to be probably require more maintenance and. So I just feel that at this point in time, I don't think it's a good thing for us.
Well, Kevin's probably seen it too, there behind PJ's.
Mhm.
There's a big subdivision going in there, I don't know how many houses are sold now. Because, when they started them, it was just before COVID, then COVID hit. And when they were asking like, something like 500,000 for these homes, next thing you know, it was 750,000,
Yeah.
you know,
Or you had to walk away from what you'd already signed up for.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, and with interest rates going up,
Well, yeah, they're sneaking up now,
yeah,
over 6%. Yeah. No, we can't take on the additional burden.
oh, no.
So could we have a resolution that we don't support? Like, are we in favor of it on the 17 corridor or just?
I don't know, do we?
Should we
I don't
even-
think it's.
I don't even-
fair for
I
us
don't
to
even-
not.
Well, I just would say, can make that decision.
Yeah,
Those things have to be started.
Exactly.
You can't-
Yeah.
you can't say-
Yeah, we'll do the
We should
resolution
be
based
neutral.
on our municipality.
Yeah.
So that council is not,
Does not support the development charges in our municipality.
I could see if you had a good highway going by or something like that, where, you know, 18-wheelers were bringing stuff in and we had some good manufacturing
And I think
jobs.
you
around.
have to work in the Chinese entity.
I don't think there's very much building going around there today, is there?
Yeah, a few subdivisions going.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's-
Yeah, no, they're.
Yeah, I think they're one of the expanding.
They're,
municipalities.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's.
Who's that?
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
Oh, Madawaska Valley always has. When I went to work there in 1986, there was 3 subdivisions on that.
Yeah, no, I think they're.
It's
three
a
on
couple.
the-
Yeah.
Across from the hospital there, and then one, yeah, they've got a few going on there.
Okay,
If there's anybody buying it, this state.
we have a resolution that council corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindog and Raglan does, I think that does not support the county development charges within our municipality. Sorry. Yeah.
Mhm.
we close it, reopen it, no, it's the building reopen it.
Okay, the resolution reads that the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindog and Raglan does not support the county development charges within our municipality. Can I get a mover for that, please? Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any more comments, concerns?
Guess my only comment is, I remember some of these discussions when I was at county and, the certain projects that needed to be improved and widened, you know, such as in Petawawa and Empire. And it always, there's a cost sharing structure
Right.
that the county, that municipalities have with the county, they have each their own responsibilities. And there always was the argument of where do you find the money to do those projects, right? And, I guess it's one of those things without a development charge or something to help the county pay for their infrastructure. It'll only get passed on to the taxpayer anyway, you know, so.
Yeah.
The good news is some of that's picked up by those large corporations that are developing the subdivision.
Exactly.
They
Yeah,
can,
they
they can
can-
shoulder that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yes. minutes.
Okay, so I'll call for the vote then on this.
Yes.
Opposed, the, resolution is carried. We have a resolution for line painting that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau and Raglan direct staff to proceed with line painting on Cedar Grove and Wingle roads as outlined in the staff report. And can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councilor Capel, seconded by Councilor Keller. The staff report. I think,
You can speak to this if you want.
sure,
So we did have Letterkenny and whatever road line painted already. We are quite a ways under budget with our line painting budget line. And Jordan is asking council's direction on whether you want Wingle and Cedar Grove also line painted. This would be something that would need to be upkept. As it is a busier road, but not to the point of we are mandated to paint it. So it's at council's discretion at this point, but he does need to know right away because the painters will be in the area again in the very near future.
So if we paint it, then we gotta.
We have to maintain it, yes.
And it's never been painted before.
Well,
But
they
it's
will be
being
like that.
made now and
Before we got real agreement.
I think the corner would be nice to have a line painted on it.
I think so.
It's kind of a guidance for people where they should be.
When they're going around it, yeah.
Is that painting like on the highways, or is that just the dot?
just the single line,
Single.
just a single solid line.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's only $255 per kilometer, is it not?
it's gonna be about $1,200 just HFT.
Yeah.
For to do that.
Yeah.
The thing is, with the new pavement, that first one's gonna wear out really quickly. Cause that was thought fix, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go with Letterkenny, and that was done in 2017, and this is the first time we've redone it.
Okay,
I think the whole thing should be done myself.
pardon,
The whole thing, I like to see the whole thing done myself.
yeah.
Well, it's being proposed as,
What's that?
it's being proposed as.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, yes, I'd like to see the whole thing.
So is this for the whole of Cedar Grove and Maple?
I'm trying to narrow that down right now.
3.7 kilometers, so it must be.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, because,
$1,200.
Yeah.
That's.
I would say so, yes.
I'm thinking if we can just on the new pavement, Window Road, I don't think we'd be good.
On that,
Chicken.
on the chicken,
You know, it's just for the asphalt portion.
well, that. Well, even so, I'd like to see it done.
Any more comments, questions? Okay, I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have a notice of the zoning bylaw amendment. The resolution reads that council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindau and Raglan hereby accept the notice of application for the zoning amendment on part law 29 and concession 13 in the geographic township of Brunel. And further, council gives notice of the public meeting on November 1st at 6:30. Where is this? Okay. Do I have someone to move it? Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Klein. Where is it?
This is the 12 zoning amendment on ad hoc lane.
It wouldn't be in the township of Brunel, it would be in the township of Brunel.
By mistake.
I was wondering, because I thought that's where it was.
I will correct that.
Okay,
So this would involve a public meeting at 6:30 on
Yes.
November 1st prior to our regular council meeting.
yeah. And this is part of the condition of severance now.
Correct. And at the regular meeting following, we should also be looking at the agreement.
Okay,
So is that at 6:30?
Yeah,
November 1st.
So we have five to do.
Okay, that was. Any other comments or questions? No. I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have a letter from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs. And we have a resolution that the council of the corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan accept this letter as information. Could I get a mover for that?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, and seconder,
In second.
Councillor Keller. I would like to congratulate our staff on winning this award again this year. It's a great thing to have out of your way, get an award for it.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions? I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. Financial reports. We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan, accept the year-to-date budget variance and the monthly expenses summary as presented. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Quad. And any questions, comments?
It really jumps out at me.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, at the end of the year, we always have a lot of,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
things to true up. but
with
we're
the
in
roads,
good
we still have our winter sand.
Yeah.
And we get a few good snowfalls, that'll make a good dent in that.
shape. Mhm. But I think we're in good shape for the time of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't- yeah, I told you, November, December, we got three months left.
Okay, any other, questions, comments? I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. A land transfer bylaw. The resolution reads that the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby adopt bylaw 2023-49, being a bylaw to provide for the closing and stopping up of part of a road fronting lot 28 concession 10, being part 3 reference plan 49R9057, township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan, and for the conveyance of the said parts of the allowance for the road to the adjoining owners thereof, having been introduced and read for first and second time. We can't read it the third time. Oh, yeah, that's right, it has to be posted. Okay, can I get a motion, or mover for that, Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks? Any comments, questions?
No.
Good job that was brought to our attention to get that settled after how many years?
Understand.
Okay, I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. Okay, we have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan, go into closed session pursuant to the Municipal Act 2001, section 239 sub 2, for the purposes of subsection B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, 2 items regarding labor relations or employee negotiations, and subsection F, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. Could I get a mover for that, please?
Okay.
Moved by Councillor Capel, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, I'll call for the vote.
Yes.
Opposed, motion is carried. We have the resolution, welcome back to our public meeting. The council comes out of the close at 9:01 PM. Can I get a mover for that? Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks. Everyone in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. In closed session, council discussed one issue regarding personal matters about an identifiable individual, Two items regarding labor relations or employee negotiations. One item that was advice that is subject to solicitor client privilege. And we have some resolutions from there. First one, the council for the corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby direct staff to proceed as directed by the municipal solicitor. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Claude, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any questions, comments? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. Resolution 2, that council for the corporation, the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby direct the treasurer to proceed as directed in closed session. I need a mover for that. I can move. Councillor Copwell, seconded by Councillor Claude. Any comments, questions, discussion? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, motion is carried. We have a resolution for the confirmation bylaw that we, the council, the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby adopts bylaw 2023-50, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the October 4th, 2023 regular meeting of council. Could I get a mover for that, please? Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments, questions, discussion? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, the motion is carried. We have a resolution that this meeting adjourns at 9:03 P.M. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Claude. Our meeting is adjourned.
Oh, I have your, I'll catch up with the video over the long weekend.